Hello YouTube, it's Team Endgame here, bringing you a Nationals report from, where the hell was it, London?
Shepherd's Bush.
Shepherd's Bush.
Okay. The new Dark Sphere venue. Which
yeah,
is
the new one, Faz. The new one, Faz.
Which is technically not open yet.
Yep. So, basically, we've got myself, Mike here, you've got Aaron.
Who's half asleep.
And Callum.
Hello.
From Stevenage.
From Stevenage. That's such a thing.
I'm not from there, I just go there. You don't live there.
You just nearly find me there, don't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, so the joke there being at the start was we wondered where Faz was and he'd gone to the wrong Dark Sphere and ended up basically legging
Well, you
it.
sort of cut it down. What happened was we arrived at the venue, waited in line, and we were waiting and waiting and waiting, and Faz hadn't shown up yet, and we couldn't get any signal to call him because we were in the middle of the shopping centre, which of course has no signal. And waited and waited, and eventually Aaron got a message through saying about the wrong venue, running there now.
So we joked saying it'd be funny if he did go to the wrong venue as well.
Yeah, so we did that,
just,
yeah.
It was just good timing on his part to message.
I just assumed he was in the venue already. No.
So yeah. Venue itself,
very spacious.
yeah.
Aaron's nodding. Yeah.
Very spacious, very cool. It's underground. No
Dude, it's underground.
No signal, that's any bad thing.
Yeah, no signal, no Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but what can you do?
Yeah.
Can't really say much else because I think it was still sort of semi under construction.
A little bit, yeah.
So we were there. That was Saturday. That's standard.
Standard.
We like standard. It's Sunday today, by the way. It's standard on Saturday.
It was a better day than today.
Oh god. Yeah.
Okay, so
I think that's a given.
yeah, so it was more of a turnout as well. I don't know the exact numbers of today and tomorrow. As in Saturday and today. Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday. I think what was it, 260 something for yesterday?
No, so. So I think we were just short of 256.
We're
right.
11 players short of the next round.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think if we had 256, it would have been 9
rounds.
rounds of Swiss, but we were short of that, so we ended up doing 8 rounds of Swiss. So it was somewhere just in the. It was in the 200s, but it was below 256. I can't exactly remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I recall
And today was like 100 and something, wasn't it? It was a lot lower.
It was like 144
44,
today.
yeah.
So which was in the same bracket of an 8 round Swiss,
Yeah.
which is really annoying.
It was like just not too much for a 7 round Swiss, not enough for 9 round Swiss.
But this one's better because it's like closer to the 7 Swiss bracket, which
Yeah,
is fine.
yeah.
No, 8 Swiss, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's fine.
And I mean. Anyway, I went with a Grand Blue. What did you go with, Aaron? Actually, to clarify, I would have gone with Kagero, but Faz needed an easy deck to play, so I gave him Kagero.
Because Bermudas aren't out yet.
Yeah.
I know. I went with the most OP deck, OT. No, I went with Royal Paladin.
He abandoned OTT.
I abandoned them. 1, because.
You're a horrible person.
Well, no.
And 2, because you're an idiot. You're an idiot!
1, because I wasn't comfortable with the deck, so I wanted something a bit more simpler to play. And 2, it was partially because I knew every fucker was going to be there and I don't want to play the mirror match.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, I went with Royal Paladin.
What did you go?
And I went with Dinos.
Dinos.
More commonly
Yes.
known as Tachikaze.
Tachikaze, yeah.
Kamikaze.
Wow. You might as well have.
Oh, wow.
It didn't go.
Spoilers!
I never even referenced it to anything to do with how day went.
You said kamikaze.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, did on purpose.
Play on words. Doesn't mean anything.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Now who's spoiling?
you are.
okay, so we'll go our rounds and then we'll comment on the type of decks that were there, and then we'll comment on the type of game state and the results in the type of game
We'll
state.
just,
and
do
then
what,
we'll
we'll
finish.
just do whatever we
Okay.
I don't know. I've got
Spoilers, it's OTT mostly.
Yeah, alright.
those.
So round 1 I went against OTT. I literally never triggered. It was so annoying. It literally got to the end of the trigger for game. Okay, right. So this should be my notes there. So I literally never triggered, and the irritating thing is when you are swinging with Bazkirk all the time. They just go rewrite. Oh look, I got a perfect card. Rewrite. Oh look, I got. I'm like, that's all I can do is train you with this crit. Like, can you for once not? Oh, he didn't ride. And then I went attack, and he went one to pass. I was like, I kept him on 3 this entire time, like face down. I was like, it's crit for game, it's crit for game, it's crit for game, just give me a crit. No, nothing. I was like, just screw this game. Just he didn't even give me a trigger to get past the fucking one to pass. Yeah. But regardless, that was my round 1, and I ended up losing because of it. Because I just I can't keep up with the plussing. Mine's like a bad version of OTT, really.
Okay. So, wait. What?
It is. It is.
They're not meant to be comparable.
They're pish posh.
Just because it's protect doesn't mean it's comparable.
No, but in terms of a plussing capability deck against another plussing capability deck, they plus a lot more, and their threat of a crit is exactly the same as mine, and they have a bigger.
But you have to rewrite an OTT. You can just sit on Bazkirk for all you need to do.
Well, you have the draw power to find more grade 3s to get more protect markers, so that's better than sitting on something and not finding protect markers.
I'm not getting on
that
argument again.
Jesus.
For like the 5th time this weekend.
just continue. You just hate OTT.
So I went against Grand Blue in my first game, Mikey.
Oh, did you beat him because they won OTT?
I might have beat him.
Yeah, okay. Just clarify.
So, well, actually, no. I won because of 2 misplays. So, first misplay that the guy made was he did a Bazkirk to call a Captain Night Mist to then try and call a Ruin Shade, but I had to point out to him that he only has 6 cards in his drop zone, so he couldn't get a grade 2.
No.
So he was forced to get a Cutlass, which he didn't want to get.
Oh dear.
Then...
There is.
So he rode Bazkirk every turn, getting a Sentinel. So he basically did OTT, Mikey.
Alright. If it was Waterfall and Kagero, he'd just win already, then.
But, yeah, obviously they were used on my rear guards because big numbers.
He would have.
Just not... Stop it. Stop it.
I helped it.
And his last misplay, if you can even call it a misplay, because it's technically the correct play, but he played it Cutlass from the drop zone to call it out to counter charge, but the mill was a heal.
That's just unlucky.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
Misplay. Did he need the counter blast?
No.
Then that's a misplay.
Yeah. So he obviously attacked, he didn't get the heal.
I mill as little as possible because I know my luck. As soon as I get anywhere near 10, that gives me exact, like, you know the one that you mill 1 to get 10k?
Yeah.
10, I'm done. You know, that's what I did earlier. I was like, okay, 10. Great.
So because of that, he didn't heal down from 5 to 4, so on my turn I go Soul Saver and slap. Game? It was game. I won! Yay!
Did you do?
I went against Spike Brothers, and to be fair, it was a pretty fair game. Like, I was able to push him, he was able to push me. Obviously, like, being able to just attack with Siegfried, and you kind of don't have the cards to protect yourself because you kind of want to gauge stuff to do skills.
And you're not a Protect clan.
And I'm not a Protect clan. I'm an Exile clan against the Force clan. It kind of hurt. I didn't actually get any PGs. I damaged them. I damaged 3, and I gauged 1 of them, and I got healed.
Gauged 1 of them? Oh, you gauged in that
You
deck,
damaged 3 perfect cards.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, because they're draw triggers.
Yeah, and that's why the game went on so long. We went into time. Because I was surviving from healing and draw triggers. And that would help me survive. And then the next turn, I was able to just throw my dinosaurs at his face, which hurt.
I've literally got an image of you just going, throwing these cards across.
Well, just
why weren't you live?
Like a plastic Tyrannosaurus and a Triceratops just go, ah!
Why would you die?
Take this!
Okay, what happened? The visualization I'm having right now.
So, eventually I just didn't have enough to protect myself and then just lost. He got a crit. Every single Vanguard attack, he got a crit. And it was so annoying. The guy was nice enough, but the card itself pisses me off. So yeah, I lost that game. That was disheartening. But yeah, no, that's it really.
So this is typical for me for a nationals that I usually lose the first round and then win out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I went into round 2 with this mentality. So at least there remained hope. I went against Grand Blue, round 2. He didn't trigger, he G-assisted a grade 1 and I sacked like a bitch, so I won. basically.
Nice.
Yes.
Short, sweet, and it was a victory.
Well, my game 2 was a long one. This was one I went into time, I think. OCT!
Oh yeah, by the way, I was sitting on like the second to last table. It was so depressing. Satish was on the last table, so I was like, at least I'm not the last table.
I was like that the first round. I was on very very back of the room. I couldn't hear like what the judge was saying.
Oh no, I was there as well, but I'm talking the second round was literally the second to last number.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was like, damn, my pairing was like really bad.
And this is where it starts, because I got OTT, so I was like, at this point, yep, I'm going to start seeing OTT every game from now on.
They're not overpowered though, Aaron. You would have played them.
It's not them being overpowered or not, it's to do with the fact that I wasn't comfortable playing them, right? Because last time I did that, I lost. And I hate Luar.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Notable thing, I had no grade 3 in my starting hand. So, when I got crit on grade 1, I double Arcanade on grade 2 so I could rush. But that left me with no open counterblast. So, my opponent then smartly didn't give me any counterblast on grade 3 into what I top decked an Alfred early, so I was like, well shit.
Yeah.
There goes my like call out blaster blade, which I happened to soul charge with a Pongal, because why not? It rode in the end, so yeah, I lost out there. The game went on forever because we both healed back and forth, because we were quite equal damage. He then went Imperial Daughter and Deer on the same turn, and 2 crits were at the top,
Yeah.
so I had to deal with crit when I was at 4, so I was like, right. So luckily, because the game was so prolonged, I had 2 perfect guards, so I perfect got 2 of them. The last one just guarded with the triggers and shit. And at that point, he had no counterblast, was on 3 damage. So because I knew I couldn't survive another Imperial Daughter, and I knew he had the one in his hand because I seen him drag check it, I could not put him to 4. So I kept hitting his rear guards. So that's why I went on it again for a freaking long time. And he ended up rewriting Deer, using that skill, found 1 crit, applied it to the Vanguard. I had to take it, which I then healed to survive at 5.
Saw that.
And then
I shook
again,
my head and walked off.
I couldn't push to 4 because I knew he still had an Imperial Daughter. Next turn he then played it on the rear guard, so I was like, great, next turn I can push, hopefully he won't be able to do anything. But because of the way the numbers worked out, I did 1 pass on the Vanguard, didn't get a trigger, but because Promise was on the rear guard, I was 5k short. It was 23 on my 13 and he had 10, so I was like, shit, and I didn't heal. So I lost.
Yeah.
But it was a good game, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay. So, my second round, I also, shockingly enough, happened to play against an OTT player. And I should have twigged that the game wasn't going to go well from there, really, because my starting hand contained 3 grade 3s, a grade 1, and a trigger. So I reshuffled the two of the grade 3s and the trigger back to the deck, to the bottom of the deck, then drew. And then I got the same grade 3 again, and another trigger. But I got a grade 2, so at least I could ride to grade 3, which was fine.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just went downhill from there. So, you know, stand up, yeah. And then he rode Circle Mags, and I went, oh dear. Then eventually it got to the point where he would be able to... He just rode an Amaterasu every turn. He got Protect Markers. And he didn't need in the first turn I had after he had rode his Amaterasu. So the second time he rode his Amaterasu, after that he always had 2 Protect Markers in his hand and a big chunky hand. And I wasn't getting the exact cards that I needed to do my big power like combos and stuff like that. So he was just able to beat me, and I basically decked out because I was trying so hard to just hit him with big numbers and it just wasn't working. So I lost that game, and that was unfortunate. ITT pretty good as it happens, you know.
That was round 3 though, wasn't it?
That was round 2. Cargo was round 3.
Yes. Okay. Round 3, I went against Grand Blue again. Because, you know, I apparently am knocking out all these lovely other decks that aren't OTT. So literally all I put is he decked out, because if I'm trying to remember exactly, he kept using the retired one to mill 2. When it retires mill 2 and get...
Oh, is it someone I saw?
Yeah, the one we watched.
Yeah, so I can go into a bit more detail. They've reminded me of that moment. Yeah, so he did that twice, and he did something else. What else did he do that milled? I don't really remember. But yeah, he definitely did that twice. And he did something else. What was it?
Like, what else was in that
obviously Ruin Shade was used, but basically he was milling a lot, and he got to the point, which is really weird, that he had 3 cards left in his deck. And he kind of counted all his triggers or whatever. I didn't, because there's nothing I can do about it at this point. I just got to assume that the crit's there.
Before you say that, point out that the guy had also at that point played that grade 3.
Yeah, I was getting that already.
Okay.
So I was doing that. I assumed that he was counting the triggers or whatever. I didn't count them myself because I don't know what's in his hand. I was like, well, there's no point me doing it, because if there's one there, there's one there. Like Aaron was watching whatever, I was like, for fuck's sake. I kind of shook, you were both watching, I was like, fuck's sake, I kind of shook my head, because I knew if there was a crit there, I can't do anything, because he did stupid Soul Blast Screwed 3, you can't guard, discarded a few things from his hand, I was like, well, that's just shit.
Can't guard, basically, Callum slightly said it, you said you were going to elaborate, but you didn't, but he played the grade 3 that you attack, discard.
That's what I said. Unless I can't guard, so basically, I had the perfect guard to Vanguard and go, right, if he crits on that, obviously it's just his game, because I'm on 4. He had to go to 4 because he did that stupid big number one the turn before that, and I had to take it.
And he dropped a 0 and a 1, which stops you from playing grade 0 as a grade 1.
So and then it was nothing, and I was like, fuck for that. I was like thinking to myself, because alright, whatever. And I kind of just guard. Obviously, I had to let that one through to go to 5, and just guarded the other one. And he went, oh, it's just game. Flipped over the last card. It wasn't even a trigger. So I was like, you just freaking stressed me out, man, for like no reason.
See, when he put that card down, I don't know what Aaron was like.
It was in his hand as well. That's another reason that 4 seemed safe to me. I'd not seen it. He just had it in his hands the entire time, just waiting.
Yeah. See, when he put that down, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, please no.
So he ended up obviously decking out because of the last card. But I don't know what. He also used the, the one where you, the AK that you ruin Evil Shade, the one you bind a copy and pull one out. He's using that with it as well.
Oh, okay.
So weird. So weird.
I don't know Grand Blue enough to comment.
Well, you know what it is. It's the one you.
I know what it is, but I don't know how it integrates with the deck. But regardless, my game 3 was quick. Went against a DP player. Felt bad because he got stuck on grade 1 and had to G assist and missed it. I had to G assist and eventually got it. So because of that, he was 2 turns behind. I rode to grade 3 first, which was annoyingly Soul Saver. Only run 2. Because I got the force mark, I kind of abused grade 1. So it's 18 on his 8. And yeah, it's just like, from there it's like I had the 2 turn advantage on him with force markers as well. And 1.
Yeah. So my round 3, obviously I'd already got my 2 losses, but I thought I'd just play on a little bit just to see how I do. I had a decent hand, but then
what are you getting?
Kagero.
Okay.
I was gonna say I had a decent hand, but the guy had Kagero, so it didn't really work out because I then started drawing all of my grade 3s. So I wasn't getting a lot of cards to guard, but okay, guard this, guard that, whatever. Road Overlord, okay, yeah, standard Overlord turn, fine. I did my turn, yeah, pushed him a little bit. Then he went to Waterfall. I was like, now I might have some trouble. Because my hand wasn't that amazing, and had about 5 grade 3s in it. And it was like a 9 card hand.
Yeah.
So, he did the skill, he put down a booster, I didn't recognise the card. What's wrong with it? And it was a number that I could only 1 pass it.
Okay.
And I was at 3 damage at that point. I could only 1 pass it, and it was basically, there was no point in me guarding it because it was only 1 pass. If he gets a crit, I would have lost anyway. So I just went, no guard. And he got the crit, and I lost. It was like nothing. And at that point, I was like, no, I'm done. And that was my
I'm done.
That was my stand experience, and I was very upset.
Okay, so yeah, my round. This is round 4 now. Kind of wandering around at this point. And I was like, well, if I lose, then I'll drop out as well. Don't worry. I was against Royals this one. I had to G-assist at level 1, so I couldn't find my grade 1, so I had to G-assist. That was a bad start. The only nicety of that neg was that, but anyway, I was going second as well, which was annoying, so I had to G-assist going second, which is just, assist, sorry, there's no G anymore. there was a quite amusing moment just for me on my part because he used he used the great. They're making me laugh. It's not something to do with the story. It's what he's doing. The grade 1 where you call in Royals, where you call something in the same column as it, and you count blast and draw that one.
Marin.
Okay. So he used that and he called a Arcane over something in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he negged himself to use it. He was like, I'll use this first. Counterblast drew, and he just froze and just thought about it for a moment, and then searched his deck, his drop zone, his soul, and then just went, okay, attack. And I was just like, wow, he drew the Pongal. Okay, because he also dropped the Pongal on the field for some reason. Yeah. But he just drew the Pongal. That's hilarious. Like, because he prioritized the wrong effect first for some reason. Yeah, so other than that, I believe he healed at some point, which goes back to the position I found myself in earlier when I lost that one, but it's crit for game. I just didn't get it. I used the effect of you can't guard or whatever, attacked, nothing, and it was just, that's all I needed. It comes down to that. There's not enough crits in there, there's only 8. And the amount of times I'm in today that I milled the majority of my crits or damage checked them is unbelievable. It's just irritating because I don't care where they are, they have to be in the deck, right? It doesn't matter how many I mill or whatever or guard with, there needs to be some decent amount that are left, and they're just not. That's the problem. So I lost that one and I dropped out. So that was a lovely... It's just, I can't get that annoyed because both my losses were crit for games. So it's just...
Completely luck based.
It was just luck based. It's like I had the opportunity to win, but I just didn't. Because I just either didn't trigger at all in that last loss, or I don't know how much I triggered in Royals, but it must have been relatively close because he did his big push turn, and I just went perfect guard, perfect guard, perfect guard, and that's my entire hang on. It was 3 perfect guards and 3 cards. And I was like, well, that's my hand gone. I just have to hope that what I've got on the field's enough.
Yeah. So by that point, I was 0-3. And Mike was 2-2.
Yeah, so I was like, well,
dropped out.
Yeah,
both dropped out.
It's too early getting those 2 losses, and there's no way.
Hi, it's me, and just me now.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Aaron
for now. Finish off round 4. I want to get Nova.
Oh, Novas! I didn't know there was such a clan as Novas today.
I wish I'd fought Novas.
Yeah, God, Axel. What is Axel?
So the Nova player went first. So he got a rusher for me from grade 2 because I didn't have a 10k base. Come Axel. Right and stuff. He always had a fucking maximum riser on the Axel circle, swinging for 32.
He really hates that maximum riser.
Yeah.
It gets 10k unboosted.
That's nice.
And then 10k from the Axel circle. It's dumb.
But they can't plus. Get rid of the rear guards and those.
Get to that later. It doesn't always work. But because I was against Axel, and I was going to be attacking multiple attacks, which is fine. Instead of going counterblast to keep getting blaster blades and stuff, and Akanes to pull the Pongals, I focused on this one Marin that was just sitting on my field, and every time pull and front draw, so I kept a healthy hand so I could guard the extra attacks.
Yeah.
So managed to survive all those rushes and stuff, and then just to kind of add insult to injury, I might have double healed from 5 to 3.
It's bullshit. It's literally every XL deck's like my old school Aqua Force, trying to play with that. The moment they heal back, it's another check that they can do that will just shut down your push. Because you're at 5, so you literally can't let anything through, so niggles are ridiculous. But as soon as you heal back to 4 or 3, it's like, okay, I'll no guard that one. I'll let it trigger, you can't hit now.
Well, that's kind of not really a problem with Tachikaze, purely because their entire deck is just, you do big numbers.
Yeah, but it's still, this now helps me guard you, is the point.
Yeah,
So it just shuts them down or helps them massively.
Yeah, in that game I had to keep killing his maximum risers because 32 was a pain in the ass to guard.
Of course.
I would literally need a heal trigger every time, or it's 2 cards or something. Nah, can't do that. So obviously you guys are out, so round 5. Nova again.
Alright, thanks for rubbing it.
Yeah, fucking hell, Aaron.
Alright, Nova again.
So nice of me.
Yay! This time I went first. So basically, because Blaster Blade and
so you went against what, sorry?
Nova again.
Again? Oh my god.
Funny that.
Wow, I just never see him.
So people don't use it, but Wingle is so fucking good. I don't know why people don't use it. It's only 5k, but it makes a difference. So a Blaster Blade Wingle column is just great. It's basic, almost as good as a Force Marker if you call it Alpha Alfred.
Is it 5k?
Wingle, if it boosts Blaster Blade, will get 5k. If you call Faster Blade out by Alfred's skill, he gets 5k.
Oh, right.
So it's essentially a force marker.
I thought you said
across the entire board, across the entire board on first ride, which is great. So that column was pretty much there for the entire game. I got several damage triggers, which obviously stop the attacks, as Mike just pointed out. It shuts them down.
Yep.
It was crit for game at one point. He took it. He healed.
Like a champ. Oh, yes.
And then...
Result.
I survived next turn and I went Soul Save and was on 5. Soul Saving.
I assume you went first, you said, yeah?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so you got to do your big push before he had a chance to...
He isn't.
He hasn't.
Game 6 was Spike Brothers.
I'll say, I haven't heard OTT. Did you go into OTT at all so far?
Yeah, round 2.
Yeah,
I lost.
So the one OTT he goes against, he's lost. Okay.
Round 6 was Spike. I want to point out I have never played against Spike at this point because Yuri's barely around.
This is usually the case.
This was literally my first encounter with what the fuck they do and stuff. So constantly reading his cards throughout the entire match. He drops an early Wonder Boy. Sit there, read it. I'm like, okay, yep, you're not having that. Ride grade 2, Blaster Blade kills it off. So that shut his early plays down, and then kept him at 3 damage most of the game because it was all used up. I wasn't giving him Counter Blast to do Siegfried's skill. And then it got to a point where I rode Soul Saver, had enough. I pushed him to 5, and then the next turn I used the effect of Soul Saver and won that way. And you want to say something?
Yes, I remembered why he decked out. Because he used Commodore Blue Blood's effect twice as well. The on hit to draw 2. Right, okay, and this is the other point I need to make. That Grand Blue player, like, we'll talk about it a bit more later because we're still thinking with it. I reckon he was purposely trying to cheat because when he rode over, he claimed he was new to the deck, but you wouldn't go to a national tournament unless you knew what your own cards did to a certain extent. But he rode over Romario, did the Counter Blast, milled 3 and added 1. I was like, you need to put 1 into Soul. He's like, oh, sorry. So basically trying to keep another plus there by not putting a card into Soul. And then when he used Blue Blood's skill he hit and went, okay, retire, draw 2. I was like, and discard 1. And he was like, oh, sorry. Discarded 1. It's like...
Wasn't the other one, he used Basker's skill but only Counter Blasted?
Yeah, he did it twice. He Counter Blasted but didn't Soul Blast. Yeah. Like, I don't know whether that's more of a benefit to him because it's filling up the drop zone, but he just forgot to do it twice. So it's just, I don't know.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
It's just bizarre. I don't understand, like, how, like, that cannot be the case that he knows the benefit of the skill but not the cost. So, I don't know, it's just, it felt very cheaty to me.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Well, by this round, obviously, me and Yuri were just sort of walking around because at this point, Yuri had also gotten 2-2 and dropped out. So me and Yuri were watching Aaron's game against the Spike Brothers player. Had a really bloody good game.
I'm glad I could entertain.
Oh, it was very funny because he actually didn't have the Siegfried in his hand until like he got to grade 2. And then we were just waiting, like, please don't get that Siegfried. And he got it finally, like, oh no. And then you handled it really, really well, so that was quite a fun game.
Yeah, cool.
To look at.
I'm glad. Game 7, I went against Novas again for the 3rd time.
Game 7.
Yeah, no.
What is a Game 7?
So, he went first, which was annoying, so obviously he could get a rush in. And
yes, that's
just like the previous player.
It's the only way XL can win, going
always
first.
Had a maximum riser out. Always had a maximum riser out, so I was like, I hate that card. That card is dying. But because he kept replacing it, I kept hitting it. I'm pretty sure I misplayed in the sense I was focusing way too much on his rear guard, so
it was fine.
Damage.
Just your Vanguard shouldn't have gone to a rear guard. I asked if you did that. You said yes. That is insane. Like, he guarded your attack with a grade 3.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, I know, but I hate that card.
Wait, what?
It's painful to deal with.
He swung Action Rise with his Vanguard.
Yeah.
Like, he guarded it with a grade 3, didn't he? He basically guarding his Vanguard with a grade 3. That's what he basically did.
Oh, okay.
He negated a damage or more damage by just going, you attack that instead.
Yeah, so because I was delaying the game in that sense, my hand was slowly whittling down with the amount of attacks that he was doing.
Yeah.
I kept drawing my heals instead of checking them, which was a pain in the butt. I got a few damage triggers which helped control...
Few, that's enough.
The attacks were not enough. He damage controlled me to the point I had no counter blast. I was like, shit. And then, yeah, he got to a point where he had 3 Axel circles out.
What?
Yeah.
like, I'm suspicious this guy cheated, Aaron, really. Honestly, if you're expecting him to keep guarding or replacing his units with no draw power and have 3 XL circles and he's still alive?
Yeah, because I'm attacking rearguards too much.
I don't know about that. I've played Novus to extent.
Trust me, I overkilled the rearguards way too much.
But even then, like, okay, you go rearguard, okay, 3 rearguards gone. Or 3 cards gone. Draw. Okay, he's literally going 3 for 3 every time. Like, that is it.
He hits triggers as well. I wasn't keeping track of what they hit, but
he must have sacked like a little bitch with the draw triggers. Like he had to. No way.
I misplayed horribly. Okay. It's not so much bad thing hitting the rear guards, but I hit them too much than I should have.
Adjusted yourself too much towards the rear guards.
Like, you told me yourself. You've noticed that you do that yourself. Like
sometimes, yeah.
And you realise I've done that.
By negating 3 and plussing 3 and re-riding, he's going down a card at least every time he gets an XL circle.
He didn't re-ride every turn.
That's just not having a field.
The game just went on so long that he ended up with 3 XL circles.
He started with Ashura Kaiser.
It's insane.
Like, you have to remember, he starts off with Ashura Kaiser. He gets a few restarts off, which get 10k, which is again annoying.
Yep.
And then for some reason he rides another one, I assume, to get the extra XL circle, and then he eventually finds Perfect Risers. That's why he does the further re-ride. But that's all it came down to. So I lost that game, which was my second loss. I thought, there's only one more round left. Might as well see, there's a potential that I could get in.
Because you never know until basically you go to the judge and go, so how many people are XO? Oh, most of them. Never mind.
Yeah. So, game 8, last game. OTT! Again, the second time, which is like, I was expecting to see more. So, just, oh my god, this game, like, it was insulting how bad and how many misplays this guy did. I think he was purposefully acting that way and stuff to cheat.
Yes, this is why I mentioned my one, because it seems to be a common thing sometimes.
So, literally within the first turn, he rides Circle Magus, and the next turn he rides his grade 2, calls Witch Mei to the rear guard, checks the top card, and puts it to the bottom. And then goes, oh shit, forgot to do Circle Magus' skill. Goes to do it, does it, draws the card quickly, and then goes, oh no, wait, starts to put it back. Like, my eyes were sort of diverted at this point. He did it all in such a quick motion. Like, by the time I looked up, he was already putting the card back. I didn't see if he saw it or not, but I assume he did, because he goes, I can't do that. Okay, attack Vanguard. 1 to pass, because it was 9 on a 10. I'm like, I no guard, I guess, because I didn't want to commit what was in my hand. He goes, oh, it's a heal. It's just like, right. I wonder why you might have wanted that back on your deck, but whatever. It messed up his last column because he couldn't use the skill, so it didn't bother me too much. Like, he was sort of, it felt like he was trying to cheat and get an advantage, but he did it in such a stupid way, it kept misplaying himself.
It's like he was trying to cheat, but it ended up not really helping him in the grand scheme of things. So it was like, what are you doing?
But that was like the major point of like his misplay / doesn't know what he's doing. But he did it throughout the rest of the game with other skills and stuff as well. I'm like, right, okay, so whatever.
My stories have shortened over the years. Aaron's a sustained a decent...
there's only this one that's gotten really...
I don't know how to explain it. Like, that was...
mind-boggling.
What was the other one he did? He did a double drive check on a grade 3.
Yes, that's it, yeah.
He got like a grade 3 Amaterasu, and then he got a crit. So I was like, alright, got a perfect guard or whatever, so I went to rear guard. And he goes, oh wait, no, Circle Magus is skill, and then puts it to the bottom to draw. I'm like... Well, I won at this point, so I'm not going to cause a fuss, because I know I've got him next turn. But it's like, well, no. You do that first, because that's your first drive check. You draw the crit, and then you drive check what is not a crit.
Yeah.
So, like, I could have called a judge over, but again, it's like...
You could have called the judge over several times to the point where, like, halfway through the game, the guy would have just gotten a game loss.
Yeah, but he'd have to stand by and watch him.
Yeah.
But by this point, it's like, well, I'm X2, I'm probably not going to make it, so I'm just going to kind of go with it at this point. I'm not going to make that much of a fuss. I was saying so stupid. But yeah, well, I could have done, and you know, but I won in the end, so it doesn't really bother me.
Okay, so you went X2 basically.
You went 6-2 in the end.
X2. And another thing to point out as well, I just remembered that Royal player as well, I believe is a Royal player, when I finished shuffling like his deck, because I never trust people when they're stacking their deck and they're bad shuffling with clumping. He cut his deck. I was like, no. He said, before you asked, I asked the judge already, and they said it's fine for me to cut my deck after you've touched it. Again, I don't care. I'm not going to argue this.
Yeah. Same mentality.
I was like, you could have clumped some bad thing to the top of your deck for all I know, but it's such a minor ting to comment on.
It's a minor ting, yeah.
But I think at this point everyone should know its opponent always gets the last touch of your deck.
It is, that's exactly
in any card game.
So you like, this guy could have gone like, oh no, but Judge says I could do it. Yeah, but I'm supposed to cut it last.
Yeah.
I get say last say.
If you touch it, I can touch it again.
Exactly.
And then bring it back to you.
Like, we literally talked to Dan, the judge, afterwards, and he said, no, if you call me over, I would have got you to redo the thing, you shuffle, and he goes to cut it again, you get a warning or whatever, and then you get to shuffle it again.
Yeah, just again is a game lost. Whatever, but yeah, other than that, we can just comment on Yuri and Faz, I guess. Faz used my Kagero, and I think he went 2-2 and dropped, didn't he, or something?
No, he went a bit further than 2-2, I think.
If I recall correctly, he did go a little bit further. He did fairly well.
Yeah, he was doing very well at the start. Like, he wasn't losing at all. And then he just suddenly hit a couple of snags.
Which is mildly depressing when I'm like, this is my deck I've been playing since it came out, and this is a deck Faz doesn't play normally. Mike just gave it to him on the day, did a little practice.
Because it's an easy deck to play.
It's so easy to play. It's a face roll and an instant win condition. It pisses me off.
I was like,
83 Vanguard with a crit! Can you guard Callum?
Yeah, hey, my excuse is I'm playing a trial deck.
Yeah.
The fact like pushed you that hard should be something that you should
found the bloody things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, okay, Faz, did you find Overlord waterfall? He said, yeah, okay. That's fine. I was like, you didn't win the other way, did you?
You can basically tell how Faz's game went if he came back with a smile or just like a normal face.
That's everyone though.
Yeah.
I know about Yuri, he struggles not to smile at me when I'm looking at him, he's coming over.
Well, like earlier.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, he did. And I saw a little twitch, I was like,
good game.
I kind of smiled as he went near me, he couldn't help but smile. I was like, you fuck. But yeah, he's Yuri was playing. What was he playing?
Yuri was playing DP.
DP.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, literally, obviously he couldn't be here to do the talk and stuff. He went DP. He lost a lot because basically he couldn't get the power consistently to get the reride, and he didn't have to draw power to keep up. Basically,
yeah,
from what I've
pretty
heard.
much.
And it's the one comment he wanted us to add is, I have nothing to add but protect times 4. Seems like a diverse meta. That's his comment, because he went against 4 protect clans in a row.
Should we talk about that? The overabundance of protect clans?
Well, you can say what topped, because we know, don't need to name anyone, there's no bloody point.
Do you know exactly what topped? Because all I know is top 8, there was 6 OTTs.
That's exactly what I know.
There's 6 OTTs.
1 Kagero, and I don't know what the other one was.
Queen's Scrambly, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Oracles came second.
Did it? I thought Kagero came second.
It was Kagero, wasn't it?
It was
Kagero then, sorry.
Yeah.
It must have been Oracles. Fuck it. It's too many Oracles, basically.
Yeah.
I guess you'll see the results when you see them, but too many Oracles.
Like throughout the tournament, there was too many.
Yeah, it was Kagero, my bad.
Yeah. So overall, I don't think these guys cared about their ranking in the end, but I went to check mine.
I wasn't particularly interested in looking at what number was the last number in the list, okay? Right? So let's not just...
So overall in the day, with only 2 losses, I ranked 17 out of the whole lot.
Which is
I
fantastic.
think that's pretty good, considering I went with Royals.
Yes.
Which is what people consider one of the lower tier decks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What's lower than that, Aaron?
Over.
What did you go against 3 times today?
I lost against them once.
I know, but they're the lowest of the low, man, and you got them 3 times and we never saw them.
I was quite, like, the thing that slightly annoyed me is that I don't really know how to play around Spike Brothers, just because they do their own thing and I can't really do anything about it. OTT is the same thing, Cargo is the same thing. When you can't really do anything against the opponent's deck, it's a tad annoying.
And that's why Protect's the best, because it's, you have options. You can perfect guard, or you can just guard, or you can...
Protect aren't best, because you know what else is nowhere on the leaderboards?
My Mega Colony.
Yeah.
Because it's trash.
Yeah.
But you came asked with it earlier, so...
Yeah, it's because I found one in condition.
Well, the deck needs to be semi-okay to play, but
this is my point. They protect and then they're up there.
Yes,
so
but
it's
in
not
terms
protect,
of-
it's just OTT.
Yeah, that's
literally.
Okay, no, let's clarify something. If they all had the exact same like powers and skills and effects, and in terms of threat,
Then it'd be-
no, you're taking it literally, as in threat level, as in they all have a decent win condition, they all have a bit of draw power, like minor, you know.
Right.
No, not even that, because Excel.
Do you want me to go through the decks?
No, Aaron, don't. We're not going to discuss this right now. That'll be for a different time. But this is a general statement from my part. I feel as if Protect just have that edge on everyone else because they have access to these perfect cards and can shut down things like DP and whatnot and Grand Blue. Any kind of threat that you give them, it's like, well, no, because every time I ride, I can stop it.
Yes and no. It really depends on the way, especially with Force, it depends on where and how the Force markers are placed and the play style of the deck.
Okay, fine. My other comment would be the Oracles obviously can relate triggers, and in its early stage of the game, triggers are far too beneficial.
The thing I'd say about Protect clans is they all have a win condition covered. OTT have Deer, you have your You Can't Go with Sentinels and this and this and this, and Mega Colony have You Can't Go with Sentinels, I get 10k and a crit. And if you boost with the right one, you can't go with normal cards either.
Yeah.
They all have their specific grade 3 win condition cards that you should be
That's
using.
not something you want to ride either, which is annoying.
Yeah. So you all have that, whereas Force is more or less just I have power, I'm going to press you down throughout the
It's
game.
a constant power though.
Yeah, and the more the late game goes on, the stronger they get. Whereas Axel is they try to kill you early before you can do anything.
Yeah, but it's like a bad version of Force, I find.
Yeah, I know. That's why they put like low tier.
A more awkward version.
Yeah. No.
But that's why OTT. But OTT are the worst in the sense.
Hey, I've
of
got
the-
2 clans from there. That.
OTT are the worst for that though, because they have so much draw power. They can guard like any other freaking clan, find their win condition, and go bleh
Yeah.
before any other deck gets a chance to. That's why they're doing so well.
And when Grand Blue works, it works.
Yeah.
It works like a nice little piece of kit.
But it's just the fact that you've got that bad comparison of they have more or less the same options of what to do, but this one's just better because it's just the way the cards
It's
work.
also slightly more consistent.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else about Saturday?
It was hot.
It's very hard because there's a lot of people in the room.
A lot of hot.
And it's too many Oracle players.
And then it was a fun journey back, but you don't care about that.
No.
No.
My legs hurt.
I don't know about you, I feel like I have the legs of an Adonis right now. If the Adonis was crippled.
Okay, is that it? You want to go for Sunday?
Yep, Sunday, which is today, we went again for premium! I hate premium. Why did I go?
We literally got there, and me and Cam had a little conversation. I was like, and Aaron was involved in this a little bit before he went off.
So is Yuri.
So was Yuri. I don't think Yuri was.
No, Yuri wasn't in.
Yeah, Yuri was in this conversation. He was
Oh,
just
right,
like,
that one, yeah.
I was like, we've gone all this way, but I genuinely don't want to play. Like, I'm not going to enjoy the game. I know it's going to be over in 2 strides, and whoever strides first is going to just win because they get their second win condition off the majority of the time. Opposite to standard, where going first seems to give you too much of an advantage. And so I just thought about it, I was like, I just not, and there's too many like wombo combos and stupid effects. I'm not going to enjoy this at all, and I know I'm not.
Yeah, like decks that just go on
Or
and
just,
on and
or
on
just
for
the
one
guard,
turn.
or the guard restrictions that they put in, or what Aaron's going to explain his games. You'll see what I mean.
Yeah, see, I
So basically, me and Callum went, you know what? Let's just not play. Let's just not play and just have our own little standard games at the back and little conversation things like that. So that's what we did.
Yeah,
we did that, and then I went, go ahead, Aaron, and you'll see why we're not playing.
I mirrored that sentiment, but another reason I had was that I didn't really, because I didn't think people were going to play Shadows, so I didn't know that it was apparently that's a prevalent deck that people play to counter Gize. I just wanted to play it because it was Shadows, but then I realised
You didn't know you were meant to.
I didn't I
Don't.
didn't particularly feel like writing out my deck list because it's just the grade 1 section is just all toolboxy stuff. I'm like, I can't be bothered. It's all 2-ofs. I can't be bothered, and they've all got stupid names.
Yeah, that's
They're
another
all
thing. You
long.
got the G zone as
The
well.
G-zone, the G zone, like the Luard stuff. Fine, it's drag something Luard. whatever. Then you get to the grade 1s and 2s, and it's like, oh, do me a favour.
Yeah.
Could you not write everything in Elvish?
But basically, we realised that we'd spend longer writing our deck list than would be in the actual fucking tournament. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just did not feel like writing it. So yeah, me and Mike just did our thing. It was fun.
So, like, I don't give a shit about Premium. I really don't.
Okay.
I think I made
So how'd it go, Aaron? How'd you-
statement clear back when it was even announced. I'm like, I'm all for standard. Go away, Premium. Don't like you.
When they announced the separation.
I haven't bothered to even consider looking at or making or trying any sort of weird, crazy ass royal shadow deck. Like, I know you got the Alfred stupid shit that goes, right, Alfred, cool, right, Alfred.
Okay, what'd you
cool,
go with,
right.
Aaron?
Yeah.
I went with my coral deck because I still think it's freaking dumb.
It is kind of dumb.
It is kind of dumb.
I was testing against Mike's Nova, updated Nova.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, so that's
God.
that's a good smart
Even
decision,
though
isn't it?
even though you can go, it's basically the same thing of triggers and damage will shut me down and stuff, blah blah blah. Because it's
Wait,
10k,
no, it
not
doesn't.
5k.
No, it doesn't, Aaron.
And you should be able to
No, it
guard
doesn't.
because the higher
It doesn't,
guards-
though, does it?
Yeah, I know it doesn't. I destroyed him and I was like, okay, I'll just go with this. This should be fine. So.
I thought it would.
Coral did what it did. I got 8 corals in soul on my first stride. I was like, lol, 20k and all my extra attacks. I got my usual like 6-7 attacks off. But you know what?
Standard.
It didn't matter because I was against OTT Gizeh.
That's good because you are scum of the earth and we're using coral.
So he tried.
Say that,
as
the Gizeh was meta this Sunday.
Yeah, we'll talk about it
it's
later.
OTT Gizeh as well, by the way.
Yeah.
OTT Gizeh.
This
Because
is
that's
new
what
deck.
everyone plays these
Yes.
days, apparently.
Yeah.
So
So OTT
Gizeh
2 days in
being-
a row was depressing.
Gizeh being Gizeh controls my damage, doesn't give me counter blast, but I forced him to give me 2 up to grade 3, so that was fine for me to play
Which I
around
find
with.
kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah, I forced him to. No, I didn't force him. Yeah, I did force him to. I didn't ride on grade 0. I just stayed on there. So he had to go attack, give me a damage, attack, give me a damage. So that was fine. What was his name? Yeah, got to my core staff, did my multi attacks.
Yeah.
But he healed 3 times.
Oh god,
Oh,
to
it was
that
that one,
game.
yeah. So Aaron finally got his
So-
knuckles for healing.
Yeah.
I was like, doesn't
so
my
3
exact words were something along the lines of, doesn't feel good, does it, Aaron?
3 heals went off.
It's freaking annoying. A rush deck, they heals back on, it's so annoying.
Although he didn't get the power gain, so my numbers were still freaking big.
Didn't get
it
any
didn't
gains.
matter because he healed 3 damage, got 3 Zeroth dragons flipped up.
Yeah.
So then it was like, cool, oh, we're starting to Gizeh. Great. Just what I wanted to see.
Are you the new spokesman for Frosties?
No. So, yeah, comes around to my turn again, because again, he just doesn't give me counter blast. So with no counter blast to play with, I could get like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 if I got stand for like 4 or 5 attacks off maybe. Which was fine, but because he's on a 30 base, it's just like guard for 1 card, guard for 1 card.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn, and it's like, right, Gizeh skill, and then I just flash my hand of like 20 cards and go heal, 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 heal.
Oh.
I can't win. Good game. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Because it OTT Gizeh.
So we should
Great, that was a loss.
So are we going to address the Gizeh in the room?
We'll get Gizeh at the end, I think.
I mean,
Because Aaron's
all
only
of
got
them.
like. How many games you got?
Game 2.
Okay.
Oh, that was game 1. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, game 2. I went against a DP player.
I told you, he's got lovely details.
And yeah, so I was like, okay, DP, it's not OTT Gizeh, I'll be fine. So he did his stuff, I did my stuff, I got my Coral Rush up on stride, so that was cool. So there. He does his. No, he goes first. He goes first, does his X Gallop stride, gets 4 drive checks. I'm like, okay, that's
So
fine.
he's striding first. That's
I got like
actually
3
pretty
damage.
much lost at this
I
point.
got to 3 damage, so that's fine. Get my Coral. Have 3 cat blast to play with. Great! Have no speakers.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like
that thing.
one of my main wins. I'm sitting there like, how can I draw a card? Okay, so I can put this grade 2 in Soul, and I think that's about it. Okay, so how do I filter my deck? Okay, I filter like 3 cards, that's fine. Just all bitching on like 1 card I put into Soul to draw a card, and 1 I already had in there to draw a card. So 2 cards, didn't find a single speaker, so I was like, shit. So I couldn't get my like 8 attacks off, I only got like 4 or something, 5 if I got a stand, I can't remember. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll pressure him next turn, like, because I drove check into a speaker, so that's cool. Then he strides again into X Gallop. For GB.
Just the regular one.
The one that's GB free. I don't know which Gallop it is. It had It's a Gallop card. The one that got 4 drive checks before.
I'm sure they both do.
It's the same one again, but obviously there's some GB3s active. And then he just goes drop, 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 drop. Laurel. As in the new Laurel. Doubles its power and gives it a crit.
And what number did it go to, Aaron?
I went to 126k.
Do you not think that's maybe a little bit excessive?
Do you not think it's a little bit
It was kind of big. And it's like, it's the perfect thing to go against my deck. Because I didn't run perfect cards in the deck because it's so aggressive. So I'm sitting there like, duh, that's 100.
You sat there and you're going, shit.
It's going to restand, right? You said?
Yeah, and because it's over 80k, it gets to restand.
So just shit.
So I'm like, right. So yeah, after faffing about and thinking for about 5 to 10 minutes of, right, these 3 G guards, these 2, these 2 crits from my hand, because I had to call them at the same time, because he played Dilander. So I had to call 2 cards from my hand when I'm guarding at the same time.
Oh yeah,
that was
right,
bullshit.
yeah.
I had to overguard by 5k, because I had to call another 5k from hand, but I needed to call another one because of stupid Dilander. Great. So I let the first one through with the crit. He didn't trigger, so I went to 5. Didn't get any triggers and damage to help me. Fine. Restand, I guarded because he didn't get any drive checks, so that's fine. And he had a 30k rear guard.
Yeah.
And I had 5k in hand.
Yeah.
On my 13 base.
Yeah.
I didn't heal.
No, you did not.
So I lost.
Yes, you did.
Immediately dropped out. Because fuck premium.
Yes.
Yeah, I mentioned as well to you that stupid conversation I was having with you, and I was like, why is Aquaforce not Force? It's in its name.
Oh, yeah. So he did that, and I went, should be Aquacell.
I was like, yeah, Aquacell. Yeah. Yeah, you just with that board. I just randomly came out with that, I thought I'd mention it.
He just came out, I'm just like, we're just playing, and then he just went, Callum, why isn't Aquaforce Force? And it was that sort of moment, it was like, you talking? But it was hilarious at the same time, so we went from that to that very quickly in the space of like just in a second. It was funny.
It would be so much better as Force.
It would.
It would make sense.
It would make
because they wanted like a mainstream clan, and it would be able to hit numbers.
I kind of wish I did what you guys did and just didn't play, because...
Well, then we're going to stay there and play board games that we're going to do soon.
Yeah.
I needed to drop decks off anyway, because Yuri wanted to go with OTT Gize.
Yeah, he wanted to play that.
He loves his Gize, and he had to borrow my OTT to do it.
Yes,
he went like 2-2 and dropped out.
Yeah, Faz did pretty much.
Faz went with Ange.
With this stupid, like, oh my god, G-Guards.
Oh yeah, oh god.
He just, I think he's one of the main reasons that I didn't want to compete, because he just wrecked me as, like, I was doing huge numbers, like 60k, like restand 60k on my big push, he was just like, 1 card.
G-Guard with a grade 2.
With a grade, he had 3, on that big push turn, he had 3 heal triggers in hand and a grade 2 that counts as a G-Guard.
Yes.
And he did all 4 G-Guards to completely shut me down. So it barely touched his hand, when it should have been like his entire hand gone and went through, but it was just piss take.
Yeah.
So then all he had to do was just swing. So
by that
was
point,
just practice game, right?
By that point, it's just like, yeah, we dropped out, cool. We got lunch, played around for a bit, a few friendlies, waited for people.
Yeah, and Faz had a problem with one of his games. They went into extra time.
Yeah. Gone. You know it more than me.
Well, I know as much as you. So they went into extra time, and for some reason, they just did the one turn. Faz didn't get an extra turn in extra time.
Actually,
they changed the rules.
They changed the rules for extra turns. So normally it's time. You get turn 0, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, and then it's time. Whoever's on most damage. But because of time constraints, it's now. You have a 10-minute time limit
to do the 3 extra turns. Then after that, in standard, on the Saturday they said it would either be a double loss or they would just keep it going.
It's down to the judge's discretion.
Yeah, and but then on Sunday they just went, no, it's a double loss, and the shock everyone had, they were like, oh my god. It's like, yeah, don't go into extra time, guys. Better win. But yeah, so what happened there was. So they went into Faz's game, he went into extra time, and this guy took up the entire 10 minutes with his 1 turn. And apparently he said that there were judges around watching it, but I don't know why they didn't say anything. There's no way the guy was constantly moving cards, doing stuff to, facilitate not the call.
Well, I think what Faz said, he was just checking through his stuff to make sure he's got combo pieces and stuff, but like I would consider that time wasting because you should know sort of what you're.
That is absolutely time wasting. If you've gone to 5 minutes and you're still doing your turn, you've not gotten to the your attack phase in 5 minutes. Just like, come on, there's only 5 more minutes left. So Faz ends up losing because he just didn't get the extra turn.
Yeah, but the reason why is because in that extra turn he drove check a heal and healed down.
Yeah.
So Faz was on more damage.
Yeah.
And yeah, that entire turn was done. Faz didn't get a go, therefore couldn't counteract the fact he just fucking healed.
Yeah. So he used up the whole time, and he didn't get a turn to do anything because you still get the 3 turns to complete. It's 3 turns, and then they check who the damage is.
Yeah.
But he just didn't get any.
But because it went to the 10-minute time limit, it's like, okay, check damage now. Okay, you're on more damage, you lose.
Yeah, and I thought that was absolute bullshit.
Yeah. But he didn't say anything to the judges when he was there, so that was his fault, really, to not point it out.
Yeah, but
to some extent.
But it should be.
If the judges are the one that are coming up with the rule of if you're time wasting, then you can't time waste in those 10 minutes sort of thing. Then they should, if they're standing around, they should be enforcing it.
That's what I'm thinking. If there's judges, because I heard he said judges, meaning 1-1, and like none of them went. Look, mate, come on, hurry up.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a piss take.
Like, there's a difference between checking around and doing stuff, though, I want to point out, and actually performing skills.
It's not being in his shoes, though, is my point. I would have just turned to them and gone, this is a bit ridiculous.
Well, no, because it depends on what it is, because I don't know the full situation. But if it was me in that situation, and I was doing skills like Coral, play this, top check, go into deck, shuffle, play. Okay, next card, do same thing, check, search deck, put in, draw card, play again. That can take time. So if you're doing skills like that, then I don't have a problem.
I understand that. It's just my problem is when there is a definite time limit on how long extra time goes, and the guy uses up the whole 10 minutes.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. I'm not joking around when I say that could take me 10 minutes because there are so many skills that I'm doing. So it depends on the situation and who you like. It's
another reason why we didn't want to play. It's what I refer to as touching themselves for like 5 minutes because that's what they do. They literally just like, haha, my cards, and to kind of do all these little stupid effects. It takes freaking ages, and then I finally get around to guarding it. I take my turn. It's like swing, your go, and then they just touch themselves for another 10 minutes. I'm like, that's why I hate it. Play a simpler deck. It's like Neonectar. Just everyone has Neonectar now.
Musketeers.
The worst ones. They're the worst ones. Is not only do I have to guard your shit and deal with that shit. You have to cut my deck like every time. Like here, I've taken from the deck. You have to cut it. Okay, you're gonna go back into it. Yes, I fucking am. Just look again. Okay, shuffle. You to cut it again. I just keep knocking it back, going just do it.
Guess what the VR is in standard? It's Vasilia Musketeer.
No. Do you know what it does?
No.
Good.
We know what the
thing. It's going to be go to the bottom. It has to be go to the bottom, and if it is check whatever for a card and call it, the rest go to the bottom. Or I'm not happy.
I've heard a thing about it, and I can't remember if it was all of the skill or whatever. But one of the skills was like retire one of your plant tokens, check top 3. I can't remember. Call 1.
Okay, so it's not much.
Go where?
Yeah, so
on deck, I imagine.
I assume it's bottom.
You know Neonectar has the token stuff, right?
Yes.
I've heard of tokens, but regardless, there's no point going into it.
It doesn't matter. We don't know what the actual card is.
That's fine. I'll touch myself for another 20 minutes every time I use the deck.
Yes, it's great.
Fun times.
Yeah, screw time restraints and time wasters.
I think we've kind of ranted enough. But yeah, standard was fun. I went far. I was happy.
But again,
I was so happy with my losses.
There were Gizes everywhere and shadows everywhere for some reason. I don't understand why shadows are there.
Okay, well, shadows is there because Phantom Blaster Dragon is a direct counter to Gize. As soon as you go into Gize, all you need as a shadow player is a counter blast and 3 damage. Counter blast and 3 units to retire, because then they have to take the 2 damage. That's the reason. That's why there were so many. Like I literally walked from one end of the room to the other. I saw 5. Walked the other way, saw 2 more, and the rest were like Gize players all over the place. It was ridiculous.
And also the trial deck helps the early game.
Yes.
There were other people trying to play other decks that weren't as good. I can always see Royal but I saw a couple of Royal players, stupid like crits and things, and restand Blaster Blade like 50 times.
Saw a weird Mega Colony Gize, that was pretty weird.
Yeah. Idiot.
Still Gize.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else?
No.
So overall,
yay, standard! Fuck you, Green. Go away. Don't want you. I know people like premium, but I personally just hate it.
There's no point. But they need to sort out the turns. I'm fed up of playing Vanguard and going, right, so we're playing standard, okay, am I going first? No, well you have an advantage, it's not fair. And so, like, and...
Okay, right. And stop.
And
like,
premium's the opposite. It's going second.
Premium's definitely the opposite.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like, okay, you're striding first. Yeah. Okay, you have an advantage.
That's another thing I hate about premium. But you go second and you get the advantage. It's like, right, in any game, if you go first, you should have an advantage.
But that extent of an advantage.
You get too much of an advantage at the moment in standard. You get way too much of an advantage.
Depending on the deck. That's just my opinion.
Okay, I'm playing Force. Then I have.
Then you absolutely have the advantage.
Yeah.
However,
but it's the same with Protect.
When I'm playing Tachikaze, I want the second ride.
Okay,
I want to go second.
Aaron, if you're against something like DP, or I ride Overlord, or I swing at you with Grand Blue, if you've gone first, you can just go Protect. If I went first, I'm swinging you with a crit,
no, that makes sense.
An Overlord that's going to hit and restand, potentially.
That makes sense, but for me, it might just be the way I play. But when I play Tachikaze, I want to go second because I get to do the first attack. And you think, oh, it's just an attack. Well, I have cards like Sonic Noah, I have Lacerteryx, stuff like that. I can do shenanigans to gain very quickly early advantage.
Yeah.
And that just helps me sort of win games because I'm able to chunk block things earlier. I'm able to get my pieces a lot quicker. I don't have to rely on like Blytops later on in the game to go, we really need those two cards, you know. So that's just me. But I think overall, you do gain too much advantage from just going for like, I'm going first. What are you playing? Shadows. GG.
Yeah.
But that's a topic for another time.
Yeah, no, that's right.
It's fine. Like.
It's just part of the game.
It's basically
it's touching on the game today, which is what we experienced.
It's basically touching on what we experienced. So that's completely fine. But as a broader discussion, that is like for another time because there's a lot of stuff you can get into with that. It depends on the deck. Depends on this. Blah 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 blah.
So Aaron, overall.
I already told you.
Oh yeah.
Hooray for standard! Fuck you, premium. Yeah. Apologies to all the premium lovers out there, but I hate it.
I want standard to develop a bit more before I can appreciate playing it, but at the moment it's too dice rolly and who goes first. And you know, premium's just too much.
I'll play premium in a friendly environment.
Yes,
not in competitive.
Yeah. Premium, us not competing in it. Just go
I want to get to that point.
I've given up on it. Really,
I can make a really stupid, fun deck for premium and just be like, "Hi, let's play."
Wait, no. This goes back to the previous thing that you always get me to do. You're like, "Oh, just play a fun deck." It's like, well, no. Fun is having a chance to win. There is nothing fun about playing a deck you're going to get destroyed with. Like you were playing a Coral deck today with that, if it was a fun deck, you got absolutely wrecked, and it was like,
no, I didn't.
That's not fun.
No,
yes,
I didn't.
You did.
Like, no, I had the Gise player. He healed 3 times though. There's shit I can do about that.
Oh.
The DP player.
But Aaron, you would have been having fun until then. Until he started raping your face.
No, it's not. It's not
premium
it's
stuff.
Not raping my face. It's just he happened to heal 3 times.
I don't want to hear you.
It wasn't even a top check.
You have no right.
It was just random heals.
I don't want to hear about heals, Aaron. It's not. No, he's not allowed.
And the DP player.
You are not allowed. You're expected to heal twice in the game, Aaron. He's healed one more.
See, when
not in premium.
That's what you said in premium.
Yeah, back before the way it got to this state, and the DP player just happened to have the perfect counter to my deck that has no perfect cards.
There was that made me laugh because I was like, me and you were just going for fuck's sake, Aaron. You can't. You're lucky to heal even once, let alone twice at average. It was that and the amount of strides. I was like, you cannot stride more than twice before the game ends.
Yeah, now you can't.
See, he knows it now, but I see it before
This was before G-Cards was even out. You were saying you can't stride more than twice. No, you can go stride.
Oh no, if you were playing Aquaforce, you almost certainly won.
Yeah, that's Aquaforce though, but other decks...
I say it's Aquaforce, it was Lambro, that card.
Yeah, I know, but that's my point. Like, there's other decks, you get more than 2 strides out.
I like how... like in your head it's like Coral, fun deck. I'm like, every Xeroth Dragon Rin as Nobutama, yay. It's a 10 rand then.
Yeah.
I just think that's a funny deck that does not work.
Yeah.
But that's a fun deck.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You play little competition. And I'll do that at some point in premium stuff for the COD channel, but fuck it for now, because...
No, you won't.
The only reason I won't is because you won't have a premium deck to play against.
I have Nova sitting there, that's the best you're going to get.
You have other clans.
But if other clans have a good idea for it, I can actually be bothered to participate and not just travel to the event and play.
No, I'm
Callum
never participating in a premium tournament ever again.
Whoa!
I hate it that much.
Oh!
No, to be fair, I was looking around. I'm really glad I didn't take part. Like I mean, I didn't really have a good day yesterday. It was pretty shit. But I was looking around, going,
It could have been worse today.
Yeah, I would have just not been happy if I'd played today because the amount of stuff I was seeing.
In a competitive scene. There was a very long delay, but I'm going to that now if I thought about it more. In a competitive scene, such as a national tournament, I'm not playing premium.
Okay, cool.
If it's a premium tournament at, say, locals or something for a bit of fun, I'll happily play.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll play.
Yeah.
Kashima.
I know Mike will because he just wins every time, from what I've heard.
What? From what?
The last time you taken Novas to Stephen Edge.
Well, I won Novas. I won premium and standard, I think, didn't I?
You didn't lose a game from what you heard.
I'm just a boss there. Just a bomb.
You think?
And yet you don't do very well at that.
Hey, that's the other way around. No. It's usually the other way around with you.
Honestly,
you usually do terrible at like Nats, but really good in like everywhere else. Like you're undefeatable. So the moment you go to Nats, it like doesn't work for you. Like, oh, I don't know what's
It's like
going
in the
on.
friendly games or something with Callum earlier on this afternoon. He was just like, oh look, a draw trigger, yay!
Yeah. So he just sucks. It's mind blown. I don't get it.
When I'm at locals, I'm like, yeah, pretty good player. That's dead. I could have. Yeah, I might as well have just went, yay, I'm here for the free card, and then dropped out. I made no impact at all. It was
Oh yeah, the free cards were freaking pointless.
Oh my god.
Well, actually, no. The Wingle's cool.
Wingle's cool.
Wingle's cool.
Looks
It's new
good.
artwork.
Got his hat.
Okay, let's say you clarify why they're pointless.
Well, the Wingle already exists in the set.
Yeah.
It's just a different artwork, which I'm happy for because I like different artwork.
It's also hot stamped.
Yeah.
I don't care about the hot stamp. It's just different artwork. That's what I care about. You had a Bursterizer, which is already in the set.
Yeah.
It's the same artwork. And it's hot stamp. It's not even hot stamp.
No, it was not.
And the premium promo
Conroe.
was a Conroe from the Legends.
Lizard General Conroe.
Yeah, the grade 1 from the Kai Legend deck.
Yes.
Same artwork.
Yes.
Just a hot stamp. And the promo was
Borderless.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm saying they were all borderless.
And the promo was a Riser card.
Yeah.
Same artwork.
Yeah.
Borderless.
Rubbish.
No hot stamp. It's like, it just feels like, well, that was really redundant unless you wanted Wingle because it's got different artwork. That's literally the only new quotation mark.
If it's going to be a repeatable promo, it should be something that's hard to get hold of now. But
And yeah, fair enough. The winners of yesterday got an Alfred, and the winners today gets a Waterfall, which is really weird.
Which is weird. It should be the other way around, yeah.
No, but I think literally the reason why there's like, oh look, Waterfall's on the premium one, is to get people to play premium because they want the Waterfall.
Oh, right. Okay. I meant in practical sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean they also gave us.
Oh, there's top 8 mats as well, but
Oh, there's top 8 mats.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been nice. That's a nice segue. We got sleeves instead of mats this time.
Plus the blade sleeves, yes.
But then on closer inspection, it was fairly pixely.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know about that.
I'm going to give them to Fraser, and he's going to enjoy them a lot until I point
They're
it
free
out.
sleeves. I'm not going
Wait till we sleeves
to
them, then
complain
don't.
about the free sleeves, but the choice in promos is just terrible.
Yeah. I can't argue that.
Like they could have introduced new
pants.
premium cards or something.
What they could have done was, nah, it doesn't really
Even
work.
if it was different artwork, I wouldn't have minded.
I was gonna say they could go, well, here's the card that's coming out in a set in like 2 weeks or something or whatever.
Yeah.
And then just show it. Like,
They did
like
that.
the Blaster Rapier for the shop
Blaster
tournament.
Rapier in the shop tournament. I was
Yeah.
going to say.
Yeah, they should have done that. I mean, it doesn't really make sense later on.
With the
but
old
like
artwork.
Ooh, that would have been nice.
No, it is the old artwork.
Oh, it is the old artwork.
The promo is with the old artwork from BT12 or something, but hot stamps and stuff. But yeah, the fact that was a shop tournament promo, it's like, well, like, I guess it doesn't matter 'cause it's a promo that you're getting from some sort of event thing, but you get my point. It's like,
Yeah.
you'd want to entice people to get a participation promo of something good or new.
Something
Not
to make
something that they already have and they don't really use because of reason I don't know. I'm running out of stuff to say.
Good. Okay, we done?
Is there anything else you want to tangent to and complain about?
No, not in this video.
No, that wouldn't take like 20 minutes to complain about.
So there is something.
Okay.
I just want to complain.
Oh God.
No. I just want to complain about the fact that there's just no real restrictions on the premium. That's why it's so out of control at the moment, because there's no restrictions on it. You've got
They've unrestricted it, if anything.
They've unrestricted Bart Goal. What? They unrestricted Bart Goal, but they didn't. There's like, here are these problem cards, and you just sort of go, here's each Kashima and Tom, and they go, no, that's perfectly fine. Bullshit. Here's Antlion, Phantom Black and Zoa. Oh, but it's slightly hard to get. No, it's an Instant Win condition. No. Bad Bushiroad. They shouldn't have those, and it's just, they just sort of let the game in the premium for. I don't know if it's because they don't care, or
I think it's that. Yeah.
it probably is. But or they just like, no, we'll see what tops and tops. Well, what are you gonna do if like a million Gize players top? You're gonna hit Gize? No.
Oh, she'd hit like
The whole deck.
whole deck. Yeah. It's an expensive.
Well, you
deck.
can't use Megiddo. Oh shit.
Yeah. I agree with that sentiment, and it's another reason why, as you said, premium is just toxic. Absolutely toxic.
Not fun. Not fun.
Now we're done.
Good. Okay. Thank you guys for listening. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and go onto our YouTube somewhere, which I'm sure you link and have corrected the link by now.
Oh, Mike, they're listening to this on YouTube.
What am I thinking? No.
Facebook?
No. The Facebook if you want, but the gaming one.
We never use that.
Okay.
Use it.
Right, never mind. Forget that I said that.
That was your thing.
That was my thing.
I'm streaming Overwatch all the time.
Yeah, when I had a bit more free time. But then I realised I'm probably not entertained to watch on things like that.
Yeah. Well, no,
there are other games I'm enjoying.
There was some games that we did that were quite funny. I remember doing the May stuff when it was the Christmas thing last year or the year
yeah,
before.
sure. Okay, it's fine. Anyway, don't worry
yeah.
about that. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm sure Aaron will link our Facebook as well. And we'll see you guys later.